All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome. We got a pretty wild one today, and really huge announcement for Magic, but kind of just feels a little weird, honestly. So they just announced Magic the Gathering, Marvel, Universes Beyond. Now, obviously, you've seen Fallout, Universes Beyond announced. We got Final Fantasy, the hot Doctor Who sets are coming out, Lord of the Rings. It's been a lot, a lot going on top of Magic's already pretty robust, to use it kindly, release schedule. And I'm not gonna lie, this should be a home run for me. I did really enjoy the Lord of the Rings set. That was really fun. Obviously, Lord of the Rings is pretty Magic adjacent. And then I kind of just ignored a lot of the other releases. There was a Fortnite thingy and I don't even know what else. The Doctor Who Commander decks, the Warhammer thing. These all aren't things that really interest me, so I've kind of just ignored them, honestly. And that seems to be the new WotC business model of just put out a bunch of stuff and not everything's for you, which is I guess fine, whatever. When their commander decks are just secret layers, things you don't really need to play the game as far as in the serious formats and yada yada yada. Sure, Lord of the Rings obviously was a big part of Modern now and big part of Magic in general. And I see this announcement and I feel like I should be excited. I love Marvel. I love the MCU. Read X-Men comics as a kid. I'm a big fan of Marvel stuff. Obviously, Phase 4 of the MCU has been a little bit rough, but overall, on the whole, I'm a huge fan. I watch basically everything that, Marvel puts out as far as MCU stuff. And this should be a knock it out of the park home run for me. I freaking love Magic. I love Marvel. I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings set, but I'm just feeling kind of overwhelmed, honestly, and kind of another one more, to the point where these Universes Beyond things, there's an element where it's too much of a good thing kind of thing, and it's just not entirely clear, what they want these Universes Beyond crossovers to be. Are these special secret layer 10 cards, cool, fun collectible things? Are these going to be just what Magic is going forward? It felt like these were supplemental things, and now it's at the point where we're getting one or two big releases a year of Universes Beyond, almost cutting into the regular Magic schedule. So it's is this going to keep happening? Is it going to be, we have Magic here and Universe Beyond stuff. Are we going to flop at some point? Is there going to be a big switch? I don't really know. Kind of a what's the game kind of becoming kind of thing. I don't know. I just feel sort of weird, and I don't say ambivalent, but a little confused. Will it be good for the game as far as getting in new people? Sure. But a lot of what's made Magic the ability to be in this position now, to be such a popular thing that people want to have Universes Beyond crossovers with, is because Magic's a phenomenal game. It's been around for 30 years, and Magic's built up a ton of goodwill, and just people just love Magic, it's what it is what it is, But it feels like these collaborations, if they serve to overshadow what Magic is by itself, we lose some of that, and there comes a point where if they keep doing more and more Universes Beyond, more and more crossovers, more and more releases, do we kind of forget what Magic was in the first place, sort of thing? Is this just the game engine to put your game pieces in, or is it a world, with Planeswalkers and story and Urza and all this stuff, I think that the UB stuff is, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I think it's kind of a dangerous thing a little bit as far as it needs to be cultivated in the right way. And I think that if they want to go this deep, which clearly they're going deep on this, and they're not getting Marvel and not going super deep on it, right? So if they want to do this, they should be doing it in a manner where making sure that Magic itself is really healthy, has its own really robust story, and you can kind of feel oh yeah, there's Magic, which is kind of A, B, C, and D, and then they do this crossover stuff once in a while. It shouldn't feel Lord of the Rings, that Marvel is the main attraction and Magic's just this vessel for it kind of thing. So that being said, I think it's really freaking important that Magic kind of gets their shit together when it comes to storyline. We've heard about this Netflix show now for literally years. Nothing's ever happened. There's a lot of things that could be happening as far as making Magic better in that regard. So the Magic brand is strong and able to kind of exist, coincide with these larger brands they're partnering with. And then the fact that Magic just stays healthy and continues. If we get to the point where it's just all Universes Beyond stuff, then no one cares about Magic anymore. Then there's no crossovers anymore, and the game just dies. So, death of Magic, rah, 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 I get it. But, it's a little scary, honestly, you know, and I think it's really, really important that Magic kind of leans into its own identity too. So let me know what you think in the comments. Obviously, this is a pretty crazy one. And again, I should be excited about this one. I'm kind of just not. And I don't know if you're feeling that way too. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. We got Ixalan coming up, 10 new brews, set reviews, and so on and so forth. I'm Jay Davis. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.